Amendments Bill. So the question is that the amendment be agreed to, and I call the Honourable the Member for Swan, I beg your pardon.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to speak on the Trade Support Loans and the Trade Support Loans Consequential Amendments Bill 2014. I know the points of the bill is in regards to the Australian Government is committed to building a high-quality and nationally consistent Australian apprenticeship system which supports apprentices and responds to the needs of employers and the economy. I know that there are many probably members in this place who might have done apprenticeships. I did one myself back in the 70s. After completing Form 4 at Blackburn High School, I decided I wanted to be an electrician, so I entered an apprenticeship with a one-man business in Eltham, and then moved to a company in Doncaster which was closer to home. Part of the reason for that was due to transport issues. I was too young to drive, and on many occasions ended up hitchhiking from Eltham to Box Hill North, often after dark. In the 70s, that's just the way it was, but I think today we'd be horrified if we had 16-year-olds hitchhiking home late at night from work. And this bill goes part way to addressing the financial and transport challenges that apprentices do face in today's economy, particularly apprenticeships which are declining in Australia. And I know there are many industries and people who want to see that the apprenticeship scheme, we have an uplift of apprenticeships, and I know there's a couple of people from the Air Conditioning and Mechanical Contractors Association in the gallery here today, David Einen, who's the CEO, and also Chris Smith, who's the president of VAMCA. Chris is from WA, so it's great to see them in the chamber, and I know they have a major interest in apprenticeships, and there are major changes planned for the refrigeration mechanic apprenticeship courses. In Australia, Energy Skills has initiated a project to dramatically alter the apprenticeship training program for refrigeration mechanics, and the project is being guided by a steering committee which has a representation from AMCA on that particular committee. I know that first take-home pay, I see the member for Chifley leaving, he might be interested. The first take-home pay as an apprentice I took back in 1974 was $39 a week. So things have moved on since then, but it was something that where apprenticeships were still being focused on as a genuine vocation to aspire to and to achieve once people had left schools, that they actually were more focused on getting apprenticeships as than they were going to university. But things have turned around since then. So part of this bill and part of the reason for the bill is that we want to make sure that being an apprentice is sustainable, not only for the apprentices but also for the businesses who provide the opportunities for apprentices. And this is what this bill leads to. I know the member for Cunningham expressed some concerns over the school-aged apprentices accessing loans, and I'm pleased to inform that the trade support loans for those under 18 are consistent with other education loans that can be accessed by students under 18, such as HELP. Similar to HELP, information will be available to apprentices and parents to ensure they are aware of the responsibilities undertaken with the loan. It is also worth noting that apprentices must opt in to the loan every 6 months, ensuring they remain aware of the accruing loan. I know the member for Cunningham has moved an amendment. The Coalition won't be supporting that amendment. We'll be supporting in the bill in its original form, and we'll make sure that that's the form that we take, and we'll vote to support, not the amendment moved by the member for Cunningham. Now, I know she has a deep interest in trade. She was a TAFE teacher, and also I served on the Education Committee with her. But this is part of a total package of sweets by the government to fix the deficit and debt problems from the previous government. So it is in this context, Mr Deputy Speaker, that I do support the bill in its original form, and the bill's immediate purpose, as I said before, is to make available loans for apprentices to help their cost of living and learning during the course of their apprenticeships. Australia's ability to have a skilled workforce it needs is desirable from this bill for its future competitiveness, and also for industries like the air conditioning industry and also other industries, particularly that feed into our massive mining industry as well. We're constantly told that there is an overall shortage of skilled tradespeople in the economy. In Perth, we certainly need these skills more than ever on the major construction projects going on everywhere you look in the city and, of course, across the mining sector. The latest official data from the Department of Employment on skills shortages in Western Australia lists statewide shortages in trades such as solid plasterers, stonemasons, roof tilers, panel beaters, locksmiths and electrical line workers, all trades that are needed in a growing economy. I know that my son is working as a bricklayer at the moment, and he's hoping to gain an apprenticeship in the next short while, and he is very keen to take advantage of the loan, which has been described as the offset being that there's a loss of the tools for trade of $5,500, but if they complete the apprenticeship, there will be a $4,000 rebate if they take up the full $20,000, and over that period of time, the $1,500 and the hex style will be greatly assisting them in achieving an income that tradespeople can achieve under the current system. And you look at some of the trades that are working in the mining industry, I'm sure we'd be happy with the income they're receiving. So they'll be able to pay that back as a HEC-style loan. I hear from constituents who try to find an apprenticeship place for their son or daughter but can't, as they are told there are no available places. Yet overall in Perth we are seeing a decline in the number of apprenticeships being started and completed, and this bill hopes to initiate and stimulate apprentices or people wanting to be apprentices again. The latest available statistics from WA Department of Training and Workforce Development show a decline in apprenticeship commencements across all regions of WA of 10.1% in the 12 months to the end of 2013. Apprentice commencements in electrical trades, for example, have fallen by about 17% since 2011. Mr Deputy Speaker, there is enormous interest in this bill, as we can see by the number of speakers. So in the short time left, I'll just wrap it up and just say that one of the things that I'm proud of about Swan is that there are currently 5,184 apprentices in the electorate of Swan, which is the 5th highest number of apprentices per electorate in Australia. And I guess that comes down to having a transport industry and over 20,000 businesses within the electorate of Swan. Of these 5,184, 2,103 are actually undertaking an apprenticeship in a skill listed on the National Skills Need List. And also they are supported by, obviously, the Swan TAFE, which is in Carlisle and my electorate. Mr Deputy Speaker, as I said before, there are many members wishing to speak on this bill and limited time remaining for debate. Given the need to have this legislation passed and get it underway and get the support from those on the opposite side, we need to have this program ready to commence on the 1st of July 2014. I know that the next speaker will give us a passionate reasons of why this shouldn't go ahead and why we should support the amendment, but the Coalition won't be supporting the amendment, and so I will yield the call to the next member and conclude by commending the bill in its original form to the House. Thank you.